All right, time for what I hope will be a pretty quick Excel video. Super excited to share just a few little tricks with you. So first of all, hopefully you have noticed these little tabs down at the bottom that let you open up new sheets. You can use these for whatever you want. On my budget, I use them for months, and so I put each month on a new sheet. And so like if I wanted to start March, I would just come here to sheet 3 and like double click, and then I can type in March 2019, and then when you click a new sheet, it just adds it. And so I add enough for a whole year. And then once I create like the layout that I like, then I just highlight and copy the whole thing, and then do like Control C and copy it. And then I go to the new one and just come up here to the top left and then do Command V to paste. And I just transfer my budget. So those are the sheets or tabs at the bottom, and they are super helpful. So and the next thing I want you to show, most of this is going to be just tricks for the life plan that you submitted. And I have to wait until after so that I don't basically do the assignment for you. But part of the assignment was to do 12 years, and Excel is pretty smart. And so if I just do 1, 2, then I can drag down and it knows what I'm doing. And you can kind of watch and see when it gets to 12, and it'll just do that for you. And so you don't have to type in a bunch of numbers. You can just drag down and it'll just fill it in. So that's pretty cool. And then you had to do your beginning or starting amount and then your ending amount for the 12 years. So I might get these mixed up, which one was first and second, but one of them had you start with $350, and then you were gaining, I think, a 5% interest rate on that one. And so the way that you do this is you do equals, and then if I click that cell, it'll just automatically put that in so I don't have to retype that amount, and then use the star for times, and then 1.06 and hit enter, and it will multiply that for me. So it's like a calculator built in. And then whatever ending value was there, we want to start with here. I just changed that to 5% because I think that was right. So if I come here and hit equals and then hit that cell and hit enter, it's just going to transfer that for me. And so whatever ending value was here, we're going to start with here. And then this is where it gets like amazing. So right here, I told this cell to take whatever was in the beginning and multiply it by the interest rate. So if I just drag that down to the end, it's going to be smart, and it's going to do that all the way down. Take this and multiply it over. And it's confused right now. It's telling me 0 because there's nothing in these boxes. So it's just confused. But if I take this one and I just drag it down, it's going to know exactly what we wanted to do there, and that was right. So this one was supposed to be 5%, so it's 1.05. So starting value of $350, and then 5% interest rate gets me down to here. And I'll come back to this in a second, but let's do the other one really fast. So then we're going to do year, and then your starting amount, and your ending amount. And again, if I just do 1, 2, then I can just drag that down and it'll fill it in for me. And then on this one, we started with $100, so I'm going to type that in. And then this is the part where you need to see how cool this is, because it's like a calculator. If you just hit equals, it's automatically going to start like it's a calculator and do the math for you. And then I want to take this value, the $100, so I'm just going to click on it, and it's going to put an F2 in there saying that we're just taking that value and putting it over. And on this one, we wanted to multiply by 6%, so that's 1.06. 1.06 because you want the full value that you had, which is the 1, and then 6% added on, so 1.06. And then we were also depositing, so adding another $25. So there's what we're doing. I hit enter and it automatically calculates. And then down here, I just do equals, and I just want to bring that value down. So I click on it and hit enter, and it just brings it down for me. Okay, and then here's the magic. copy, just click on this cell and just drag it down. We're going to copy that down. It's a little bit confused, but it won't be in a second. If we just drag this one down, then it'll fill it all in. Okay, and then this is the part that some of you kind of missed, and I was like, wait a second, those answers don't look like money. Can you fix that? And the answer is yes, of course I can fix it. I can fix this so fast, it's amazing. So if I just highlight all of these values that I want to look like money, not the years, but just these values over here, and then I'm going to like right click to bring up my options, and then if I go to Format Cells, and then I want it to be currency, money, to 2 decimal places. Currency, money, 2 decimal places, hit OK, and boom, I've got money. I just fixed it. And I didn't even have to like round it or do the work, and this matches the exact value that was on the answer sheet, and so it's right. And then come over here and do the same thing. Highlight, right click or double click depending on what your mouse pad does, and then come down here to Format Cells. And again, currency is like money, 2 decimal places. It's going to have a $sign. It's going to fix it. Hit OK. Boom. Perfect. So that is a really fast way to do that life plan. And I didn't have to do a lot of typing or calculating or anything. I use the power of Excel, and it does that for me. And that is pretty incredible. And so play with some of those things and see if you can kind of figure it out. It'll do a lot more. Excel is amazing. And we're going to learn more in this class too. I just want to show you this really fast. If I come up to the top and hit Insert, and then come down here to all the different functions that there are, if you look, there are like so many. And we will not learn all of these in this class, but we will do more. We definitely are going to do FV. We're going to do the sum. We also do the payment, PMT. We put in graphs. So we won't use all of these, but in this class you're going to learn a lot more. And so I don't want you to worry about going and learning a ton on your own, but these tricks are pretty cool. So I think that covers the tricks that I wanted to show you this time. These were the correct values for that life plan that you just turned in. And again, don't forget about the sheets or the tabs at the bottom. That's kind of cool. And again, if you want to copy and paste, you just have to highlight whatever you want to copy and then hit Command or Control C. And then I can go to my other sheet or tab. And then if I'm just in that top box, then I can hit Command or Control V, which will paste it in there. And that's how I move my budget from one month to the next, just like the outline for my budget. So hopefully that's helpful. And that is my Excel video for the week. If you have more questions, just remember you can always use the comments, and I check. I check multiple times a day. Okay, I believe that's it. Happy Wednesday.